reacted to some stuff. Let's talk a little bit about some Hollywood hot topics. It looks like Candy gave some advice to Shamea about the next season and how she should approach it. Okay, she was and gave us a little bit of that. It feels as if Shamea should tell us how she really feels next season.
Few things. One, I told her she really don't need that show. If she don't want to go back, she does not have to go back, and it'll be just fine. You know what I mean? She can live her best life. She has a wonderful marriage, and a wonderful family. You know what I mean? But I said if she chooses to go back, then definitely don't hold back on her feelings. I don't really think that she lied. I feel like, okay, first of all, this is not me picking sides between the two, okay? I feel like there were issues in the friendship prior, and I feel like Shamea should have said something before instead of just acting like everything was okay. You know what I mean? And I feel like sometimes when things aren't okay, it's okay for you to have an attitude about it. It's okay for you to just yeah, I'm not feeling this. You know what I mean? And just stand on it. I feel like just trying to be passive about
It's because I said in my recap, you guys, Shamea is a people pleaser. I have learned not to be a people pleaser because you know what it is? People don't give a fuck. Them same people you're pleasing, they don't give a fuck. That's why most jobs I quit, bitch, I don't give a 2 weeks notice. Because, bitch, you wouldn't give me 2 weeks to find another job. So why am I pleasing you to give you 2 weeks to find another employee, when you wouldn't give me a 2 weeks to find another employer? So fuck you and bye. It's no shade. That's just how I move. I'm sorry. It's just like it's people in this day and age, they do not care. They act like they give a fuck about you. They act like they're your friend. They act like they care. Ooh. Meanwhile, they really don't. They give a shit less. Okay? I'm telling you, like I'm over it at this point in life. It's just like it is what it is. And I think the problem with Shamea, she held some how she really felt and a lot of stuff she really wanted to say to really spare Portia. And in that same breath, it fucked her over because by trying to spare her, she used that against you. She literally used it against you and threw it in your face. And for the people mad at Candy telling her opinion, F off. A lot of you guys act like just because somebody been on a show that they can't commentate on something. We have people like myself that literally commentate on these shows and give our commentary and recaps on it, and we're not even there. So how is it fair for you guys to dictate what these people that may be no longer on the show can say or cannot say when they actually have experienced some of the same stuff these people on this show are experiencing currently? They actually have filmed. They actually have filmed around certain cast members, so they know what the fuck they're talking about. So for the people policing, oh, you can't Candy care so much about housewives. When has she ever? She doesn't even do weekly recaps. So how does she care and is so involved? Shamea is her friend in real life. I don't get it. Same with Kenya. They literally kicked her off the show for something she did. Don't get me wrong, but it's like I would want to commentate on it too, because like I was supposed to be a part of it, so I'm gonna talk my shit. Is that wrong? No. Dr. Heavenly does it. I have no issue with it. Why can't she do it? That's what's crazy to me. I don't get it.
things. It allowed it to come back later, like, oh, you weren't tripping all this time, but now you want to trip. No, really, it's been bothering her the whole time, and she should have just said that. You know what I mean? So yeah, I feel like the show itself is going to make it hard for the two of them to fix any friendship because, that's the thing. When you're on TV and you for real friends with somebody and y'all have a back and forth. Typically in real life, you can have your back and forth, and then I don't talk to you, you don't talk to me, and then eventually we might get over it and start back talking. But it's not allowed to happen when you're on television together. When we fall out, then they're gonna make us keep bringing it back up. Everybody get to have an opinion about it. It's got to go viral. It's about to be a mess. So that's why I say it can.
That one word is why a lot of things are wrong in this world. Viral. Bitch. That one word has ruined many a nations. Viral, okay? You're me, viral. Everybody want to go viral, okay? That is what has ruined the eternity, girl, okay? Everybody wanting to go viral has broken down how people maneuver the world because everybody wants to go viral. You know what I'm saying? That is what has ruined a lot of things. Viral and clickbait. Thank you. Viral and clickbait. Oh, don't forget the clickbait. No, better yet, don't forget the click farming. It's 3 things: viral, clickbait, click farming, clout chase. Those words have terrorized the reality TV game.
In my mind, probably get worse going into the next season. So either she just needs to address how she feels and be fully transparent, or no.
Now, I feel like this is 100% facts. And this is why Candy is much needed, because she's going to keep it back. This is what the girls were trying to tell Shamea at the reunion. I feel like a couple of the women are jealous of Shamea's lifestyle. Portia being one of them. But I think Portia still has the anger about the mom situation. Not gonna lie, I would too if I were Portia. Because your mama, you know, she allegedly, you know, stole a little something from my mama. You know what I'm saying? Like, that whole daycare thing, that is something none of them are going to get past. Because that action has already been done. She said allegedly she took the Miss Diane's daycare. Now, if that would happen to my mama, that's my mama. Okay? What Mariah said, that's my mama. That's my mama. Okay? With the head twirl, I would have felt away. I'm not gonna lie, and I would torture you low key. So I think that is why Portia's doing that. It's a lot of torture. I know I said on my recap and all that, but like y'all, yeah, I would do the same thing Portia do. I would. I'm not gonna lie, because it's like I'm gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get you. But once again, that's why the friendship's never gonna work. Okay. K Michelle and Pinky called to me coming on the show. I think it's genius casting. I don't care what nobody says. Kenya, for you to expose that the way that you did, you're shady. Okay? Kenya is pissed because she is mad at the fact that she was let go of the show. Okay? She was let go of the show and they decided to bring somebody else on. I think she's very bitter in that fact. And she wanted to ruin their announcement before they could drop it. Like, why would you do that? We're gonna have to hit you with a why would you do that? Because it's like you feel me? Like you was trying to ruin the surprise.
Now I know you ain't doing that. I can't believe you did this.
That's why I don't tell you nothing. Because
Why you do that?
why I do what?
Why you do that? Okay. Now, apparently, she said 11 hip hop customers is gonna be on. Now, a lot of y'all was saying Rashida and this person. There was some people speculating that it can't be because they still tied in, locked in with that 11 hip hop contract. So that's not gonna be anytime soon. Thank God. Because if Yandy were to appear, oh my God, I wouldn't be able to watch no more. Y'all know Yandy full with nothing but lies and cap. A New York cap at that. Ain't nothing worse than a New York capper. Let me tell you something. There's something with a lie and a New York liar. Oh my God. That is one of the worst things you could come across. Somebody who lies, but they're from New York. A New York capper. We just came up with a new term. Okay?
To say you said Drew gave you the information. Also, I love you from the UK. I love you so much. That is from HARUN. Okay, that's one of the things I wanted to clear up. I did not get any information that was shared from Drew. I did not get any information that was shared from any housewife. I did not get any information shared from any friend of, of the housewives. That is a complete lie. So when I saw that Portia said that on her YouTube live in teasing that a current housewife had given me the information, they did not. I actually called Portia and I was like, Portia, why are you saying that? She was like, no, you did. You told me you got it from Drew. I was like, first of all, I never told you that. I would never tell you that. In fact, I told the world where I got the information from. It was from an investigation. And I have never once in my life said that I got the information from any person that is known on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So it was just very bizarre. I found the whole thing to be very bizarre. And like literally she was fighting me on the phone for like a good 25 minutes saying that, that I did say it to her. I was like, I would have no reason to say it to you because it's completely false and untrue. And the one thing I just thought I was in an alternate universe talking to her because I was like, girl, I have never said that to you. The one thing that you don't have to remember is the truth. If you always tell the truth, you don't have to remember lies. I never said it. I always tell the truth. I never said it. If I say something about someone, I have factual information.
Now that Kenya is very smart, and I'm glad somebody in the comments, because I was sifting through the comments to see if anybody picked up on it. And she literally said what I was going to say. She said she didn't get that information that she shared from Drew. So she admits Drew gave her some info, but she didn't use that information because she wanted to get actual factual information on Britt. That Kenya, that's a wordsmith. You got to pay attention, okay? Because that's exactly what she did. It was a play on words. I did not use Drew's information. I got the information from a private investigator. I didn't use the information Drew was accused of giving me. I got it from an investigator. Like, typical Kenya, all right? Regardless or not, it does not matter because that is what got Kenya fired, one. And then two, Britt says it wasn't her, allegedly, which I think is full of lies, okay? The funniest part of this whole new casting news is Jocelyn thinking and wanting to be on there, which would be pure comedy. I feel like they should give her a guest appearance. She's already been on Married to Medicine, and I would just love for her to just come on there and terrorize Portia or Phaedra and then just leave. Like, can we just have one episode where she does that? Like, she comes with like Angela Stanton's book. She like, oh, you know, Phaedra, I got your book. And then gives her Angela Stanton's book. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's do something a little fun just to razzle the girls up. Of course, she shouldn't be a cast member because, you know, that would end up with fists and hair pulling. But I would love for her to make a guest appearance.
The upcoming Brooklyn, I go out of the room with that and shut the door, honey. So I do know that they're adding 2 new housewives to the team. They're adding 2 new housewives, and I think you guys kind of know them both. They're both like known people. One is a business person she's a restaurateur, and the other one is actually, you know how we always say, oh, you know, it's giving Love and Hip Hop. The other one is actually from Love and Hip Hop. So yeah, there's that. There's that. I know some tea.
I think Kenya was definitely trying to be shady. Apparently, there's some people have said that her and K Michelle are friends. I wouldn't think you're my friend if you're doing and saying something like this. Because one, you're exposing my announcement before it was officially announced, and two, you're throwing a little bit shots at it about me being casted with you being smirking with the side laugh. Like, you're not my friend if you're doing something like this. I wouldn't consider that a friend. Like, you're lucky being shady to me. Like, you're throwing shots at the kid. You feel me? So it's like, how much of a friend really are you if you're doing something like this? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Okay. Now let's talk basketball wise. It was the finale last night, you guys. And y'all, I have come to the conclusion that I think Brittany Renner is manic, allegedly. Because the way that she screams and yells anytime she is questioned, is erratic. I don't care what nobody says. It's annoying. I don't know how the women were able to be around her without popping her in her face. It's like ridiculous. Why are you yelling like a banshee when somebody is asking you a question? You're like screaming at the top of your lungs about who's more knowledgeable, you or God. Like, we know Evelyn's not knowledgeable, but you screaming about it, is it going to make your point more known? Does this final episode also showed us that without Jackie, it's a whole bunch of boring. That finale episode was a little bit of a snooze fest. The star of the finale episode was Ming Lee Mama. Okay? That's the star. If we're going to be honest, I'm a star. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is a star. So, besides that, snooze. And guess who was on most of the episode? Jackie. Okay. And we also seen an announcement of Jackie's husband being the official host of the Sacramento Kings, which I thought was like, say what you would about Jackie, but like, we see a lot of W's from her in the shade. You know what I'm saying? We don't see a lot of L's. Only when it comes to regards to being on the show and her spats with the other women and stuff. But in real life, we don't see L's from Jackie. We never heard her going bankrupt, broke, none of that. All we see each year is a new wedding anniversary and some upgrades. So that's why the girls are mad. I remember seeing like a throwback clip this week on Instagram, and it was of Jackie in a play, and she was acting, and the girls were there. I wish I could find it, which I can't even play because of copyright. But the girls were there watching her, and like the way Evelyn looked at her in such agitation and anger, and it's like, them bitches never wanted to see that lady win. Like, y'all not her friends. Y'all don't want to see her do well. Y'all rather see her do fail. It's a lesson learned when it comes to watching some of these shows. You really got to watch who you are around and are cool with, because some of them don't want to see you succeed. They're rather you fall flat on your face because they're not happy with themselves. And that's exactly what, like, you know, I equate this to. It's kind of sad. Okay? Chantel did get emotional and she apologized. Oh, by the way, y'all hear how the audio sounds so good? The audio eat, let me know. The audio eat? Does it sound better? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Wait till I get the new setup. Yeah, go gag. Ooh, y'all go gag. Anyways, Chantel did apologize to the situation that happened between her and her mom. She got emotional about it, but to me, that scene didn't mean worth of nothing and shit, because as we saw on Instagram, she still don't take it back. So it's like, mind you, in that same scene that I'm talking about, where the girls were watching Jackie act on the play, guess who was in the audience cheering and hooping and hollering? Chantel. Takari wasn't even there. I'm telling y'all, from what we've seen from the Mims interview, shout out to Mims. I love him, by the way. It's cute too. Anyway, from what we've seen on the Mims interview, I think the reason why Chantel is mad at Jackie is because her and Takari have now gotten to a space of making amends and are talking. And I think Chantel, because I'm not saying Jackie's innocent, because I don't think she's innocent, not 1%. I think because of the wedge that she put between her and Takari, because she said it on the show that, you know, she'll put them against each other and call, you know, Takari, oh, she's black, she's fat, she's ugly and all this, and you're beautiful, you're young, you're light skinned. That wedge, I think, has still been engraved in her mind. So to see them get cool, I think makes her feel away. And that's what I think is the conclusion to that. Okay, now let's recap to Could It Been. What y'all want to do? Could It Been Love first or Young and Reckless? Let's do Young and Reckless, because I couldn't even myself to make a recap. No shade. It's just like, it's the same old shit. You're boring.